So in that beginning, I was on the forum and I posted some of my stories like in that 2016 period of going through different cravings and just showing people like, yo, I'm checking out Professor Spira's whole wheat spaghetti and cooked veggie. Like I got the steamed cabbage, and so I was doing that in that first year. Then I got to a period of like I just needed to be with myself. Like I ended up just like dipping out and just like in the transition, eating the foods that I'm doing and working with the toast and all the pieces, and then whatever I could eat too. Then I didn't mention this, but in between, I ended up living in my vehicle, like in my second year. I was living in my car.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us about
actually,
that. That's interesting.
yeah. So that was actually in a part of my first year.
Mm.
So I started October and then January hit and I ended up living in my car, but still working on the transition. And let's see.
And how was you rolling with
What
that? Was you kind of, do you have a gym membership where you to get showers, or did you have like a friend's house, or how was you, how was you sort of doing your car lifestyle? Because everybody kind of has different, that lives in vehicles, they have different life, van life and car life and that kind of stuff. How was you rolling?
Yeah, I had a I think 2001 Ford Taurus, so it was a sedan,
Mm.
and I also accompanied my situation with the storage unit. So for me, the storage unit was that place to stretch my legs
Right.
and have my items. I could swap stuff out from
Mm-hmm.
my trunk in the storage unit. I also had a rehearsal music studio that I was sharing.
Okay.
So I'll pop in there, be able to play some music in there and chill out. There was a bathroom. So in there, sometimes I would wash up. I also had wipes in my car, just that, yeah,
The
just
wipe
have the
down.
wipes
Yeah.
available. Um, but yeah, that was the basic setup. Just I have my storage unit for
Yeah.
the items, and then I'm able to navigate through these different through these different avenues. And then
Right.
friends too, like some friends did hold me down with whether I spent the night here a night or took a shower here. Yeah.
And had you started doing enemas yet, or not yet? Like, did you get into that a little later?
No, I got into the enemas like
Okay.
when I started,
Yeah.
when I was in my first house,
Mm-hmm.
where yeah, when it got into the car, I was not doing enemas. So a
Yeah.
lot of cravings were
Yeah.
getting the best of me in in that
Yeah.
in that period of time for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. So when you went into, was it a situation where it was like a money thing hit, or did you just want to do that to maybe save some money and start like kind of getting away from the standard kind of lifestyle? What was it that kind of pushed you into that, to the car life?
Initially was the financial part. Yeah, my rent was it just wasn't sustainable,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with like how I was operating. It wasn't, yeah, it was not rational. It was more out of this yearning to focus on creative time and focus on the music and not really putting a lot of time into financial income. Just like, all right,
Yeah.
we working on this. I had savings,
Mm-hmm.
so I was living off of that and
Mm-hmm.
just like being able to use this time to focus. And that's what my debut album, My Story So Far, produced by Cosmic Taurus,
Mm-hmm.
it's on Bandcamp. So qortiz.bandcamp.com. That took 2.5 years, like 2+ years of just like continued work of, yeah, just like
Yeah.
mainly doing that, like still doing the qigong, like that was always in the background and just always the forefront and always the surrounding, like qigong's there. That's what it does. But that's where when it came to that time, I maxed out on credit card or
Mm.
on a credit card. I borrowed money and I didn't want to take advantage. Like I probably could have maybe borrowed or try to, but
Right,
I
right.
just at that time I just looked at it like, okay, well, all right, what are my options? I tried to rent out a half of the house, like, oh, let
Uh-huh.
me rent out, but no one bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it was just like, all right, well, what if I did live in my car?
Mm.
I was just thinking about it, like, well, what if, yeah, what if I did? Because I noticed I'm staying in this house, and when I first moved into it, I used all the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the kitchen. I'm in this little dining area spot in the living room. I'm dancing in there. Like I was in my bedroom. I just used the whole house. And towards the end, I noticed I was just in this one spot,
Mm.
like in the dining area spot and just the kitchen. And I just wasn't utilizing the space. So when I thought about the car, like the the inspiration around the car just seemed like, oh, I can consolidate my energy into this one little pod and just be aware of everything right around me. I'm just aware of this glove compartment and everything's right here behind me. And I pop open the trunk. It's just all laid out. So I got attracted to that idea
Yeah.
of minimalism and living like that. So I went for it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, just did that. It
Yeah.
was 8 months
8
that I did
months.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Word up.
interesting. And so now you have your a masseur. Is that the male the male version? Uh,
So
the yeah, like so. So tell us that story. When did you get certified, or what brought you into? I mean, you started the story, I guess. Kind of finish that leg of the story.
okay. And yeah, as a massage therapist, if you that's a thing. That's like an inside joke where
Uh,
in massage school a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, masseuse and masseur," and
I just looked it up. Yeah. Uh,
the massage therapist is internally just like, "Oh, it's massage
therapist.
therapist."
Okay.
Like yeah, but yeah, I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, it's funny. Yeah,
but
no, because I looked. Yeah, that's what's set down in there. Masseur. Because I looked it up. Because I was like masseuse, and I'm like, wait on that. That says if masseuse is a female, then what's the male? Masseur.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well, that sounds fancy. I put
yeah.
that down. But okay, massage therapist. Okay, that makes sense.
Yo. And it looked nice too how you placed it in the description, monsieur. It was just smaller. It wasn't like massage therapist. So
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
kind
appreciated it
of.
as well. Um, but yeah, I went to school 2012 when I came out here.
Mm.
I came out here July, popped into school that August, and just I was in the HHP program. That's 1,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I got up to 900 and like 80 or something like that. It was yeah. And
Now,
I
is
I
this a
what's up?
specific massage therapy school, or are you talking about it was like you were working on a bachelor's, like that 1,000 hours?
Oh nah, this was a massage therapy school,
Okay.
massage and bodywork.
Yeah.
It's called IPSB, International Professional School of Bodywork.
Okay.
So it was specifically for massage therapy, and it was also top 3 accredited in the
Mm.
country. So it's just like this top school
Yeah.
for massage, yeah, for massage therapy. And I found a love for sensory repatterning and circulatory massage. Just yeah,
Mm.
just general Swedish circulation
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
improvement, encouragement. And the sensory repatterning has to do with rocking, gentle motions
Mm.
that gets people into that sort of trance-like womb feel
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
rocking
Yeah.
them, and then there's slow passive joint movement, and you're working with the rhythm of your client. Like if they're shoulders holding, then you're able to help them release holding patterns. So it's like I really got into that because the movement aspect and the rhythm, like it's all rhythm, and just being a musician, percussion, at rhythm's my strength. So I just boom, like got into that. It's also applied Tai Chi. So I also was already into Qigong, and it just furthered my practice. So yeah, fast forward through there. At the end, towards the end, I mentioned I didn't finish, but I got enough hours for massage therapy. Like massage, certified massage therapist, it was 500 hours.
Okay.
So I exceeded that, and in order to level up my offerings, like I was already doing music, so I could get paid for doing a show or something of that nature. But with massage therapy, because I wasn't licensed, it wasn't at the level yet to have that professionalism. So I ended up being able to get my license and then level it out. So then I could get paid for massage therapy.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how I ended up. I got licensed. Then at the end of school, the music was calling me, just like to this degree to where like I couldn't even not be without my guitar. Like I just got like, so let me yeah, I just started playing guitar, and it pulled me in so much that I was just always with it, sitting on my bed with it. I go to school with it. We go on break, I'm pulling out my guitar for the lunch break. I'm not even like eating lunch. I'm just playing the guitar, going back in. And during that time, it just, yeah, like that, the music became the forefront of my experience as far as like massage and music. Like, and I could feel it. I was reflecting because I'm like, am I just not, and am I not just doing this because I'm resisting or that kind of, and I was reflecting, and my feeling was just like, no, this is what you're doing. Like play your guitar, like just keep getting deeper into that. And just from watching that guidance, watching that, I've noticed, yeah, it just worked out in my favor and just in life that I did make that decision. Yeah.
What year did you get the license?
That was 2014, I believe. Yeah, 2014, 2015. It's probably like I was like around that transition, that transition every time, like the plant-based, yeah. Working on the album.
right,
Yeah.
So that's a good, nice little hookup that you have when things are when things are open, when things are happening. But yeah, you can do you do your massage and work on your music and your art, and and that spirit that you're showing just with the whole process and going into the car. I mean that's the kind of stuff me and Brother Aaron talk about, when we say like we hear things that sort of get us to look up and be like, well, that's interesting, because that takes a certain type of spirit and a certain kind of like, where that's an attitude, and you don't see that attitude all the time as somebody that's just like, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm working on the art. I'm dealing, I like to help people feel better with my hands. I'm trained and I can help people feel better. And I'm out here. I'm doing this thing. I mean, that's the kind of attitude you kind of got to have to really, really be successful with the Mucusless diet, because it pushes you into like, okay, let's see how strong you are. And and that's especially like everybody talks about, the social part, not wanting to hurt people's feelings and all that kind of stuff. But at a certain point, what's nice is when you can get to a point where you just sort of rise above that, when people when people just kind of just give you that respect. Like they just kind of leave you alone with it. They know what you're doing, and they know that you're not gonna try to mess with them. Because that's what got me over, was I never hid what I was doing, but at the same time, like in person, if I'm out in an environment that has nothing to do with health, like I'm not gonna be just pushing it in everybody's face, every time someone talks to me, like I'm bringing it up. Now, if the conversation, which lots of times it does, the conversation naturally goes to diet, and they start asking questions, I'm not gonna hold back. I'll answer the question to a point, and then I've learned also that there's a certain point where you be like, all right, if you want to know more, just get the book.